Hi, my name is Kanitra Hatton, and I'm in the Media Design program here at Full Sail University, and I am from Hampton, Virginia. Today, I would like to give you an overview of who I desire to be, the journey I plan to partake in developing mastery in my field of interest, go over this week's reading, as well as go over a couple goals I plan to pursue in the next 3 weeks. So, who I desire to be. I plan to become an art educator and a business owner. In order to develop mastery in this field of interest, I plan to continue to oversee and shadow my mentor, Deanna Lindsay Lewis, as well as research different tactics and tips and use my creative mindset to help distinguish me from other designers in today's society. The reason why I became involved with being an art educator and realized that this was one of my perfect niche was when was given the opportunity to be a summer camp art educator at the Suffolk Center for Culture Arts. I really enjoyed the one-on-one contact, and most importantly, I felt like I was impacting the community. Next, I would like to go into this week's reading. This week's reading was really interesting to me. I was able to relate to it, and when you're able to relate to something, I feel like you're able to understand it and take it in better. So, the first one I would like to talk about is Return to Your Origins. The author states that sometimes this inclination becomes clear through a particular activity that brings with it a feeling of heightened power. Just like Martha Graham felt when she was dancing, she felt expressive, felt at ease, and felt alive. This is how I feel when I'm being creative and when I'm impacting the community. I consider this my creative spirit. Next, I would like to talk about occupying the perfect niche. The author states that the career world is like an ecological system. People occupy particular fields within which they want to compete for. I felt like my perfect niche was made evident to me when I was in high school through the different activities, through the different meetings I went to, the different networking sessions I went to. I realized that I wanted to be an art educator and a business owner. Next, I would like to talk about avoiding the false path. The author states that a false path in life is generally something we are attracted to for the wrong reason. Some of these reasons may include attention, fame, or money. I feel like I partaked in the false path when I was in middle school and in high school. People often told me that I wouldn't be able to make money off of art. I wouldn't be able to be a successful business owner. And this is when I thought I had to work for a high end company in order to be successful. And that's why I consider this as my false path. Next, like to talk about letting go of the past. This is something I feel like is one of my weaknesses. What resonated with me was when what resonated with me was that I needed to use the past as a as a lesson, and not just as a criticism or a stab in the back. Next, I would like to talk about finding your way back. The quote that I took from the book is, "No good can ever come from deviating from the path you were destined to follow." I feel like my life's task has always been a part of me, which is to be an art educator and a business owner. But I feel like I found my way back while I was interning with Brand Smash Studios. Next, I would like to go into detail more about the first one, Return to Your Origins. I really enjoyed the story about Martha Graham because I was able to relate to it, and I felt like I was just her story. I felt like it was the same for me. When I'm at my creative spirit or doing my creative spirit, that's when I feel at ease and I feel happy. Martha Graham felt when she was dancing, and that's the same thing I feel when I'm being creative, as I said. During the summer of 2016, I was given the opportunity to intern with the Brand Smash Studios. While interning here, I solely worked with Deanna Lindsay Lewis, who I consider my mentor. She often told me that she wanted to teach me everything that she didn't know when she was my age, and this is why I consider this part of my life my turning point story. She often reminded me that I could be a successful business owner and I could be a successful art educator. And she even told me that when she became a business owner, she tripled her income. This is why I go on to talking about my dream career. My dream career is to be an art educator and to have a full-time business. The business services will include web design, photography, branding, and art classes. A part of my business, I will implement a nonprofit organization for the at-risk kids in the local community. For the next 3 weeks, I have 2 personal goals I would like to achieve. The first goal is to plan a kickoff paint night to celebrate the start of my new business, KLD Designs and More LLC. The next goal I would like to accomplish is continue to implement a business contract for the services I will provide and also a process map for my clients. Thank you, and this concludes my presentation.